Now, as you know, the topic today is become a listed company through SME IPO. Most of you must have got a message how to raise zero interest capital. Zero interest capital raise karna is possible with IPO and SME IPO as well, because the funds you raise through IPO are not bearing any interest. Furthermore, these funds are not refundable till the time you are running your business. Okay. So listen carefully, and I welcome you all to this webinar, because agar aap yahan nahi hote, you could have been spending this beautiful evening with your family or with your loved ones, or having your dinner or watching a movie or watching TV or elsewhere. But since you are attending this webinar, shows that you are quite serious about your business and you want to take your business to the next level. Okay. So I welcome you once again and hope that you will have a lot of learning from this session. Now, wealth creation for SMEs, how wealth creation is possible. From SME IPO, through SME IPO, how wealth creation is possible. Let's see examples. This company, Varanium Cloud Limited, this company came out with an IPO of 36.6 crores in September 22. Okay, at the rate of 122 per share. Valuation of the company at that time was 150 crores. The current market price of the share, which was issued at 122, is 690 rupees. And the company valuation stands at around 695 rupees. 95 crores, sorry. This is another example, Cool Caps Industries. This company came out with an IPO of 11.63 crores in March 22 at the rate of 38 rupees per share. Okay. Valuation of the company was 45 crores, which is now 580 crores. Within 1 year, the valuation has gone more than 10 times. Okay. And the current market price of the share is 503. So you can see this is the way how wealth is created through SME IPO. Okay. What is IPO? Most of you must be aware what an IPO is, but still, for those who don't know, let me tell you, when a company offers its shares for subscription to the public for the first time, that is known as initial public offering or IPO. जब पहली बार कोई कंपनी अपने शेयर्स पब्लिक में बेचती है, ऑफर करती है, तो उस इवेंट को IPO बोलते हैं. Okay. SME IPO means small and medium enterprise IPO, right? So if you have got an IPO dream, if you also want to come out with an IPO for your company, you are in the right place, because showing up is half done. आप लोग अटेंड कर रहे हैं वेबिनार, इसका मतलब आप सीरियस हैं और आप इसको सीखना चाहते हैं, समझना चाहते हैं. Okay. Let me tell you about this webinar briefly. This session is going to last around 90 minutes. And this is going to be a mix of English and Hindi. Okay. थोड़ा कोई ज्यादा हो सकता है, कोई कम हो सकता है, हिंदी इंग्लिश मिक्स होगा. This webinar is for, किसके लिए webinar है ये? For growth hungry businessmen, SME businessmen particularly. Okay. We are not going to discuss unnecessary things, no fluff, only real things we are going to talk about on which you can take action, right? If you have got any questions, I would request you to please note it down with you and ask all your questions in the end of the session, because interrupting the session with questions will interrupt the flow and everybody else will also be distracted, right? Now, what I expect from you. आप लोगों से मैं क्या एक्सपेक्ट करता हूं कि आप यहाँ स्पैमिंग नहीं करेंगे. बहुत से लोगों को मैंने देखा है, वो वेबिनार्स में जाते हैं और वहां पे अपना फोन नंबर, ईमेल आईडी, ये वो सब शेयर करते हैं. उससे कोई फायदा नहीं होता, बल्कि डिस्ट्रैक्शन होती है. तो आई होप कि आप लोग ऐसा नहीं करेंगे. आप इसको अटेंड कर रहे हैं, सो आई रिक्वेस्ट यू टू प्लीज अटेंड टिल द एंड, बिकॉज हाफ नॉलेज इज ऑलवेज डेंजरस. ओके. Since you are attending the webinar, I expect that all of you will be having a full, complete focus on what we are talking about, right? And if you want, you can take notes so that they can be useful for you in the future as a reference point, right? Now, what we are going to talk about today, व्हाट आर द एलिजिबिलिटी नॉर्म्स फॉर एसएमई आईपीओ? एसएमई आईपीओ कौन कौन लोग कर सकते हैं, कैसे कैसे बिजनेस एसएमई आईपीओ कर सकते हैं? ओके, स्टेप्स इन्वॉल्व इन एसएमई आईपीओ। एसएमई आईपीओ में क्या क्या स्टेप्स इन्वॉल्व होते हैं, कैसे होता है? व्हाट स्ट्रेटजीज आर रिक्वायर्ड फॉर एसएमई आईपीओ? क्या स्ट्रेटजीज यूज करनी चाहिए? प्रिपरेशंस क्या करनी होती है? बेनिफिट्स कंपनी के लिए क्या है और बेनिफिट्स प्रमोटर्स के लिए क्या है? ये सब बातें हम आज करेंगे। ओके, पिछले काफी टाइम से शोर मचा हुआ है देश में एमएसएमई 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 पिछले कुछ सालों से। MSME is known to be the growth engine of New India. This is being advertised by the government. Okay, but what is the current scenario? Despite all this hue and cry, गवर्नमेंट अपना काम करती रहती है, शोर मचाए, जो मर्जी करे, बट सिनेरियो क्या है? ये जो सेक्टर है, दिस सेक्टर MSME, माइक्रो स्मॉल एंड मीडियम एंटरप्राइजेस, how many companies, how many MSMEs are there? More than 6 crore MSMEs are listed with the government of India. 6 crore plus MSMEs are registered in the records of government of India. This sector, that is MSME, contributes 27% of the GDP. GDP का 27% MSME से आता है. That means this is very important sector. MSME is the largest employment provider in this country. जितने jobs यहाँ create होते हैं MSME में, उतने किसी और sector में नहीं होते, right? But इसके बावजूद, this is the present scenario. This is the result of the survey conducted by consortium of Indian associations. The survey says 72% of MSMEs are stagnant since last 5 years. पिछले 5 साल से 72% MSMEs stagnant है, यानी आगे बढ़ नहीं पा रही हैं, रुकी हुई हैं, जहां थी कोई ग्रोथ नहीं हो रहा है, या कुछ उसमें से लॉस में भी है. तो ये सब सिचुएशन क्यों है? Why this situation is there? कोई तो रीजन होगा. The main reason for this is shortage of funding. Okay, there are other reasons also, but the main reason is shortage of funding. तो आज हम जो बात कर रहे हैं वो फंडिंग को लेकर के ही है. We are going to discuss how you can generate funds through SME IPO. Right? Now, there is a wrong belief. What is the wrong belief? मार्केट में एक लोगों को अंधविश्वास है, गलत विश्वास है, और वो क्या है कि ओनली लार्ज कंपनीज कैन डू IPOs. बड़ी कंपनियां ही सिर्फ IPO कर सकती हैं, ऐसा विश्वास है, ऐसा माना जाता है. बट दिस इज रॉन्ग, एब्सोल्युटली रॉन्ग. दिस इज ए मिथ. Now, even small companies, that is SMEs, small and medium-sized enterprises, are also coming out with IPOs to unlock value and create wealth. Okay, we'll be discussing about this, how to unlock value, how to create wealth. Right now, one question to all of you. What is the biggest challenge for SMEs today? What is the biggest challenge for SMEs today? SMEs के लिए सबसे बड़ी समस्या आज की डेट में क्या है? Come on, tell me. What is the biggest problem SMEs are facing as on date? आज की डेट में सबसे बड़ी समस्या SMEs के लिए क्या है? Funds. More answers. Cash flow. Working capital. More answers, please. Working capital. Fund. More answers. Come on, fast. Funds. So, sufficient funds, market, talent. There are other problems also, but the main challenge for SMEs as on date is shortage of funding or inadequate funding. पैसा पूरा नहीं है उनके पास, या शॉर्टेज है पैसे की. ठीक है? And what happens? जब पैसे की शॉर्टेज होती है बिजनेस में, तो क्या होता है? फंडिंग की शॉर्टेज होती है, तो क्या होता है? रनिंग ए बिजनेस विद शॉर्टेज ऑफ फंडिंग इज लाइक रनिंग ए कार विद एन एम्प्टी टैंक. आपकी गाड़ी में पेट्रोल नहीं है, आप गाड़ी चला रहे हो, क्या होगा? व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन? योर कार विल स्टॉप ऑन द वे एंड आइदर यू और समबडी एल्स विल हैव टू पुश इट. किसी न किसी को गाड़ी को धक्का लगाना पड़ेगा क्योंकि पेट्रोल खत्म हो गया. सिमिलरली इन बिजनेस, फॉरगेट अबाउट ग्रोथ, इवन डे टू डे रनिंग बिजनेस की जो है उसके लिए भी फंड्स चाहिए. यू नीड फंड्स फॉर डे टू डे रनिंग ऑफ द बिजनेस ऑल्सो. ग्रोथ के लिए तो चाहिए ही चाहिए. यू नीड फंड्स फॉर ग्रोथ एज वेल एज फॉर रनिंग द डे टू डे ऑपरेशंस ऑफ योर बिजनेस. यू नीड फंड्स. यू कांट डू इट विदाउट फंडिंग. ओके. When there is a shortage of funding, what promoters do, they go for loans. The loans may be secured loans or unsecured loans, maybe against collateral security or without collateral security, maybe from banks, institutions, or other sources like family and friends. But whatever is the source, a loan always carries an element of interest, and interest rates keeps on increasing. Sometimes there's a dip in the interest rate, but otherwise normally. And interest is a heavy burden for the entrepreneur. बहुत बड़ी समस्या होती है इंटरेस्ट जो है किसी भी एंटरप्रेन्योर के लिए, क्योंकि उसका प्रॉफिट का मैक्सिमम पोर्शन या बहुत ज्यादा पोर्शन एज इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट चला जाता है. मेरे को हर दूसरे दिन ऐसे एंटरप्रेन्योर्स मिलते हैं who are just sick and tired of the interest because they are paying interest through their nose. बड़ा मुश्किल होती है उनको इंटरेस्ट पे करने. तो आर यू वर्किंग फॉर योर बैंक? आप अपने बैंक के लिए काम कर रहे हैं क्या, या अपने अपने लिए काम कर रहे हैं? What happens, suppose let's take an example, you have got a loan of say 10 crores and you make a profit before paying interest. The profit is 2 crores. So on a loan of 10 crores, how much interest you have to pay? Around 1.25 to 1.5 crores. So out of your 2 crores profit, a major portion has gone to the bank because they have given you the funding. So in a way, you are not working for yourself. अपने लिए काम नहीं कर रहे हैं आप, अपने बैंक के लिए काम कर रहे हैं. बंधुआ मजदूर हैं आप उनके. आप अपने बैंक के एक तरह से बंधुआ मजदूर हैं. ओके. नाउ व्हाट इज द सॉल्यूशन? इस समस्या से छुटकारा कैसे मिल सकता है? सॉल्यूशन इज आईपीओ, इनिशियल पब्लिक ऑफरिंग. ओके. अब आप बोलेंगे वी आर नॉट बिग इनफ, हम तो बहुत बड़ी कंपनी नहीं है, तो हम कैसे कर सकते हैं? हाउ वी कैन कम आउट विद एन आईपीओ? वी आर ए स्मॉल कंपनी. ओके. बट माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, नाउ इवन स्मॉल कैन ड्रीम बिग. द टाइम्स हैज चेंज्ड. Now even smaller companies can think of an IPO. Okay. So it's time to think of an IPO. And when you think of an IPO, think of IPOCARE. That is us. Okay. Now, let's take one example. There are two situations. Suppose you are having a company with a net worth of 10 crore. You are unlisted. You are the 100% owner of your 10 crore net worth company, 100% ownership. Then you go for listing and you have to sell 25% shares to the public. So you are now owner of 75% shares in the company, but the valuation of your company has gone up from 10 crores to 100 crores. Which one is a better option, A or B? Which one is a better option, A or B? Come on fast. Obviously B. Obviously B. Because हालांकि आपके पास 75% बचता है, but 75% of 100 crores, not 10 crores. First situation, you are entire 100% owner of the 10 crore company. But when you go for listing, it becomes a listed company. The valuation goes up to 100 crores, and now you are holding 75% of the company that is valued at 75 crores. Okay. Now, with this example, let's move ahead. People think that IPO is for fundraising only. No. IPO का मतलब सिर्फ fundraising नहीं है. Fundraising is one part of the IPO. Fundraising is just one part of the IPO. It's not only fundraising. Okay. IPO is about unlocking value. आप 10 साल से, 15 साल से, 5 साल से, 20 साल से अपना बिजनेस चला रहे हैं. You have created value in that business, but that value is not shown in your books of account. जो प्रॉफिट आता है वही दिखता है. वैल्यू नहीं दिखती है. ओके, your books of account, your balance sheet doesn't show the value. It shows the amount of capital invested and the profit which you have kept in the business. Withdraw कर लिया वो अलग है, खत्म हो गया. Okay, and it is about wealth creation. I've shown you the examples how wealth creation is done through SME IPOs. Okay, so it's not about fundraising only, it's about value unlocking and wealth creation. There are other pain points also. Let's just have a glance. Since SMEs are short of funds, they have got a limited growth option. Growth potential is also limited because of shortage of funds, right? Valuation is not there. Whatever your capital and your reserves are there in the balance sheet, that is the valuation of your business. Okay. But when you go for listing, the valuation changes drastically, and that makes a difference. Okay. Then there is no recognition. You go to a bank or some institution and tell that you are running this business, this is the name of your company. They are not going to recognize you in any way. But when you get listed and you go to the bank and say, I'm a listed company owner, they'll treat you differently. Okay. Then wealth creation is also possible, which is not possible before listing. I've shown you the examples. Okay. Then heavy debt burden, बहुत सारा कर्जा होता है आपके ऊपर जिससे आप छुटकारा पाना चाहते हो, but उसके बिना काम नहीं चलता है. You have to run your business, so you have to have loans from banks or other sources, right? Since compliances are not there, or very limited compliances are there, so there are normally no systems and controls in small businesses. Okay. अभी बड़ी कंपनीज जो हैं, they run on their systems and controls. Suppose there is a big company having a turnover of thousands of crores. Even if the promoter goes out on a vacation for 10 days, 15 days, the company will keep on working as it was working earlier. The working of the company will not be affected in any way because systems are there. The systems work, keep on working, and the business is running without the presence of the promoter. Okay. Now, some questions so that you keep indulged in the discussion, right? One question, how many large companies are there in India? When I say large companies, means companies with a turnover of more than 250 crores. 250 करोड़ से ऊपर टर्नओवर वाली कितनी कंपनीज इंडिया में हैं? फटाफट आंसर दीजिए. आई एम नॉट टेस्टिंग योर नॉलेज. दिस इज जस्ट टू मेक द इंटरेक्शन अ बिट interesting. Come on fast. How many companies are there with a turnover of more than 250 crores? 250 करोड़ से ऊपर वाली कंपनियां कितनी हैं? कितनी कंपनीज हैं 250 करोड़ से ऊपर टर्नओवर वाली? 25,000, 20,000, 5,000, 1,000, 1,800, 10,000, 50,000, 100. Anyway, thank you for the response. The actual number of companies with a turnover of more than 250 crores, that means large scale companies in India, are almost 20,000. 20,000 कंपनियां हैं इंडिया में जिनकी अप्रोक्सीमेटली जिनकी टर्नओवर 250 करोड़ से ऊपर है. ओके. एंड हाउ मेनी ऑफ दीज आर लिस्टेड? ये 20,000 कंपनियों में से कितनी कंपनीज लिस्टेड हैं? कितनी कंपनीज लिस्टेड हैं? एनी आंसर? 20,000 जो बड़ी कंपनीज हैं उसमें से हाउ मेनी कंपनीज ऑफ देम आर लिस्टेड? हाउ मेनी कंपनीज आर लिस्टेड? 5,500. Good. 5%, 50%. More answers? 2,500, 700. More answers, please. 6,000. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the response. Well, the number is 5,500 plus. Okay. There are more than 5,500 listed companies in India. And you should feel proud that India has the largest number of listed companies in the world. किसी और देश में इतनी लिस्टेड कंपनीज नहीं है जितनी इंडिया में. ओके, so we should be proud of this. Now let's come to the SME sector. How many SMEs are there? When I say SMEs, that means companies with a turnover between 5 crore and 250 crores. 5 करोड़ से 250 करोड़ टर्नओवर वाली कितनी कंपनियां हैं इंडिया में? कम ऑन, फास्ट फास्ट. 5 करोड़ से 250 करोड़, टर्नओवर बिटवीन 5 करोड़ एंड 250 करोड़. हाउ मेनी कंपनीज आर देयर? एनी आइडिया? 3 lakhs. More answers? More answers, please. 5 lakhs. More answers? 1 lakh. 27,000. More answers? No more answers? Well, Bala is right. There 3 crore. My goodness. Bala is right. There are 3 lakhs plus SME companies, that is companies with turnover between 5 crore and 250 crores. How many of these are listed? How many of these 3 lakhs companies are listed? लार्ज स्केल में हमने देखा था 20,000 कंपनीज हैं जिसमें से 5,500 प्लस लिस्टेड हैं. आउट ऑफ 3 lakhs small companies, how many companies are listed? How many companies are listed? Come on fast. One lakh. Any more answers? More guesses? Less than 1,000. 15,000. 2,000. More answers, please. 2,600. Okay, thank you for guessing. Exact number is 700 plus. Out of 3 lakhs small companies, SME companies, only 700 plus are listed. Okay. भाई ऐसा क्यों है? सिर्फ 3 लाख में से 700 कंपनियां लिस्टेड हैं. Why this is such a small number? लैक ऑफ अवेयरनेस. बहुत सारे रीजंस हैं जिसमें लैक ऑफ अवेयरनेस. लोगों को पता ही नहीं है ऐसी कोई फैसिलिटी है. ओके, नॉलेज नहीं है लोगों को. देन फियर ऑफ आईपीओ प्रोसेस. लोग डरते हैं, पता नहीं कैसे होगा, क्या होगा, हम कर पाएंगे नहीं कर पाएंगे, ब्ला 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 ब्ला, ऑल दीज थिंग्स. देन इनडिसिसिवनेस. दे आर नॉट एबल टू डिसाइड whether they should go for SME IPO or not. Okay, whether they should go for SME IPO or not, they are not able to decide. करें नहीं करें, करें नहीं करें, करें नहीं करें, because they don't have the knowledge and awareness. That is the main reason. Okay, now fear of compliances, that is another reason. डरते हैं कि compliances बढ़ जाएंगे. थोड़ी सी तो बढ़ेगी. जैसे जैसे आप ग्रो करेंगे आपका बिजनेस बढ़ेगा, माय डियर फ्रेंड, compliances तो बढ़ेंगी. And if you want to grow, you should not be afraid of compliances. Compliances क्या है? अगर हम सारा काम ठीक से करेंगे, compliances में प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है कोई. Okay, and then there are professionals who will take care of the compliance part, right? If we have a glance at the SME landscape, what is the scenario? So total listed companies, SME companies listed are 700 plus. The market capitalization of these 700 plus companies is 1.5 lakh crore. 1.5 लाख करोड़ से ऊपर इनकी मार्केट वैल्यूएशन आज की डेट में 700 कंपनीज. Okay, the total funds these 700 companies raised was just 10,000 crores. 10,000 करोड़ इन्होंने मार्केट से रेज किया, जिसकी आज वैल्यू है 1.5 लाख करोड़. Okay, and out of the 700 companies, 250 companies have moved to the main board. Main stock exchange में shift हो गई हैं वो 250 कंपनी. You can also move in the main stock exchange after 2 years, provided you meet certain conditions. Okay. Then average valuation per company, if we see, is 100 crore plus. These 700 companies, the average valuation is 100 crore plus. Okay. जबकि इन कंपनीज ने जो रेज किया एवरेज दैट वाज 12.4 करोड़, 12.5 करोड़ से भी कम हर कंपनी ने एवरेज रेज किया था आज, जिसकी वैल्यूएशन 100 करोड़ प्लस। ओके, सो दोज ऑफ यू हु डोंट नो मी, बहुत से लोग आप मेरे को नहीं जानते होंगे, तो मैं बता दूं, आई एम अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट विद 44 years of experience. I have a very long experience in project consultancy, bank loans, project funding. I was publishing a weekly newspaper called Money Media for around 8 years during the 90s, 91 to 98. Okay. That was a weekly newspaper and was focusing mainly on the stock market. And it was during that time I came into contact with all the intermediaries and everything. And I started my IPO consultancy also. Okay. So till now, I have advised dozens of SMEs in their IPOs. And I was the sole advisor, and I marketed the 105 crore IPO of Cantabil Retail India Limited. All of you must be knowing Cantabil Retail. They have got their garment showrooms throughout the country, pan-India. And I was their sole advisor, and I managed to get them 105 crores raised from the market. Okay. I've just launched a book, published a book, which is available on Amazon. Okay. I've just published a book on SME IPO. This is the first and only book on SME IPO. Okay. So if you want, you can buy it from Braj Bhushan ji, aapne purchase kiya book. Thank you. So if anybody wants to purchase it, this link is there. There are two versions. Kindle edition is also there and paperback is also there. Printed book is also available. So if you want, you can buy it. Okay. Now, so with this background, now I'm on a mission to help 1,000 SMEs achieve growth in their business through SME IPO. 1,000 businesses की मैं help करना चाहता हूं ताकि वो अपना SME IPO करें और अपने बिजनेस को नेक्स्ट लेवल पर लेके जाए। ओके, तो आप में से कौन कौन इस मिशन में मेरे साथ हैं? कौन कौन इस मिशन में मेरे साथ हैं? Those who has already purchased, good luck. And how did you like the book? What is your feedback about the book? Please go to the Amazon site and leave your comment and your review also. Okay. So all of you, almost all of you are willing to go ahead, move ahead and come out with your IPOs at some point of the time. And I'm glad to know that I am impacting the lives of so many people. Okay, I'm helping people, I'm impacting their lives. That makes me happy. Okay, now let's move ahead. I'd like to discuss some concept, कुछ concept की बात करूंगा ताकि आपको कुछ चीजें क्लियर हो जाए। बिजनेस में एक चीज होती है कस्टमर वैल्यू। जो आप हर रोज बिजनेस अपना काम करते हैं उसमें आप यू मैन्युफैक्चर गुड्स और यू परचेज एंड सेल गुड्स, आइदर यू मैन्युफैक्चर और परचेज इट, ओके, देन यू सेल इट टू द कस्टमर, यू टेक केयर ऑफ द कस्टमर कंप्लेंट्स एंड एवरीथिंग एंड जनरेट प्रॉफिट्स फॉर योरसेल्फ. सो दैट इज कस्टमर वैल्यू, एंड दैट कस्टमर वैल्यू इज शोन इन योर फाइनेंशियल statements, that is your balance sheet and profit and loss account. Okay, जो भी आपने प्रॉफिट किया, लॉस किया, वो आपके प्रॉफिट लॉस अकाउंट और बैलेंस शीट में शो होता है. दैट इज द कस्टमर वैल्यू. ओके, बट एक और चीज होती है, दैट इज एंटरप्राइज वैल्यू. What is the enterprise value? That is the true value of your company, true value of your business, which is not shown anywhere in your books, not shown in your balance sheet. How customer value is created? You earn profits in your business, you withdraw some money for your personal use, and the remaining money remains, the balance remains in your business as reserves. You may invest some part of that to acquire assets for the business, or you may keep that money invested in the working capital. But that is how customer value is created. And that is known as book value. Okay. This customer value is known as book value that is shown in your balance sheet, right? The real value you don't even know. आप में से बहुत से लोग जानते नहीं होंगे कि आपके बिजनेस की रियल वैल्यूएशन क्या है. Okay, you come to know about the real valuation when you go for IPO, when you go for listing. And this real value is known as enterprise value. ये enterprise value कहाँ से आती है? Because you have been working in your business for years and years and years. ठीक है, you have created a customer base. आपके 100, 200, 500, 1000, 10,000, 20,000 customers हैं, maybe लाखों हैं. You have got a customer base. You have developed unique products which is liked by the people, liked by the customer, and you are making profits on that. You have captured a market share of in your product segment. Okay, आपने market share भी आपको एक set किया है, उसको बढ़ा रहे हैं. आपने अपने बिजनेस में जो सिस्टम सेट किए हैं, जो टीम क्रिएट की है, ये सारा जो है इसका जो वैल्यूएशन है दैट इज नोन एज एंटरप्राइज वैल्यू. Okay, but this enterprise value is not shown in your financial reports, in your balance sheet, profit loss account. Nowhere, कहीं नहीं आती. इसको अगर पता करना है तो ये कब आती है, वैल्यूएशन कब आती है? जब आप लिस्टिंग के लिए जाते हैं. और लिस्टिंग का एक और प्लस पॉइंट ये है कि आप बिजनेसमैन से एंटरप्रेन्योर बन जाते हैं. आपका जो माइंडसेट है वो अब तक बिजनेसमैन का माइंडसेट है. मुझे मैन्युफैक्चर करना है या परचेज करना है, सेल करना है, कस्टमर को सेटिस्फाई करना है, प्रॉफिट कमाना है. दैट इज योर डे टू डे बिजनेस, दैट इज योर डे टू डे ऑपरेशन, एंड दैट इज योर मिशन टू मेक प्रॉफिट्स. ओके, उस प्रॉफिट में से जितना आपने यूज कर लिया, अपने पर्सनल काम के लिए निकाल लिया, बैलेंस आपका बिजनेस में री इन्वेस्ट हो गया. सो दैट इज द वेल्थ यू हैव क्रिएटेड. So as a businessman, you are creating wealth by way of income, by way of profits. Okay. But when you become an entrepreneur, you create wealth through other means also. जो profit कमा रहे हैं उससे तो wealth आ ही रही है, that is as a businessman. But when you start working as an entrepreneur, तो उसमें बहुत सारी और wealth creation होती है जिसकी हम बात करेंगे, right? तो यहाँ अगर हम बाइफर्केशन देखें, डिफरेंस देखें, a business owner creates wealth through customer value, okay, and entrepreneur creates wealth through enterprise value. इन दोनों का डिफरेंस we'll be talking in a short while. Okay, working in your business, it means you are creating wealth, you are creating customer value. Okay, but when you stop working in your business and you start working on your business, that makes all the difference. Working in your business, working on your business. As an entrepreneur, you don't work in your business. You start working on your business. You start thinking how to grow it, how to bring more funds, how to bring more assets, how to bring more wealth, and all that. Okay. Excuse me. Sir, मेरा session चल रहा है. I'll call you later. So this is how the things change when you start thinking as an entrepreneur. Okay. That makes all the difference. What you need for that? What you need for that? Because that is altogether a different ball game, and for that you need a different mindset. You have to have a different mindset for that. जब तक आपका mindset change नहीं होगा, आप उसी तरह अपने business में काम करते रहेंगे, business पर काम नहीं करेंगे. Okay, and you will remain a business owner, and you will never become an entrepreneur, right? Market capitalization is the valuation after listing. When you get your company listed, whatever is the market capitalization, that means value of your shares in the market, share price, that will determine the valuation of your company. That is the enterprise value after listing. And at what value you are issuing shares to the public. That is the enterprise value at the time of IPO. I think the concept is clear to you. Okay. Now, it's about unlocking value. आप इतने सालों से जो मेहनत कर रहे हैं अपने बिजनेस में, उसका रिजल्ट आपको मिलना चाहिए, एंड दैट यू कैन गेट ओनली थ्रू गोइंग पब्लिक, through getting your company listed, through an IPO, right? Now let's talk about what are the benefits of the SME IPO. Who wants to know the benefits of SME IPO? Come on, say me. come on fast. जिसको जानना है कि SME IPO के बेनिफिट्स क्या क्या हैं, लिखिए मी. Very good, very good. Come on fast so that we can complete the session early. Good. Thank you everyone for the response. All right. आप लोगों को मजा आ रहा है? Is it interesting? If you are getting value, if you are feeling कि हाँ ये interesting है, to say yes. Good. Thank you. So let's move ahead. So we'll be talking two kinds of benefits, to the company as well as to the promoters. So for company, the first benefit is that with an IPO, you get more funds for your business. And more funds means faster growth of the business. You can grow your business otherwise also, but that is going to take a longer time, or you have to pay a lot of interest. There are two options. Either you spend long years, or you start paying interest to the bank, then you can grow faster. Okay, otherwise, slow you will grow. But when you get more funds by way of IPO, your growth becomes faster, right? Then there is no loss of control, because if you go for private equity or some other means of funding, you have to have the investor as a member in your board of directors. He has to become, or he'll put somebody as a director in your company who will be interfering you in your day-to-day operations. But in IPO, nothing like that. You are free to do your business the way you have been doing. Okay. Then this increases the net worth of the company. An IPO will increase the net worth of the company, and this will become more attractive to the lenders, that's banks, institutions, etc. Okay. You will be able to enjoy more credit limits, higher credit limits at better interest rates, right? Then you get free coverage and publicity in the media. There are thousands of websites who will be covering companies like yours. They will cover you also when you get listed. Okay. Financial media, there are other websites, there are channels, commercial business channels. Most of them, they'll cover you if you are working properly, if you are showing good growth. Okay. Then on the stock exchange screens all over the country, your company's name will flash every day. So that brings you lots of benefits, that gives you free publicity, that gives you free visibility, and that will result in better sales, and more profits for your business. Okay. ज़्यादा profit आएगा, आपका brand की visibility ज़्यादा हो जाएगी, brand awareness हो जाएगी, आपका brand का value बढ़ जाएगा. Then when you have got more funds, you become a listed company, आपकी bargaining power बढ़ जाती है और आपको better deals मिलती हैं at a competitive price. Okay. You can become a debt-free company also. After getting more funds, you can start repaying the bank loan, and over a period of say 2, 3, 4 years, you can become a debt-free company, right? Then you unlock value in your business, as I've explained earlier. You create wealth. You can raise funds at zero interest cost, क्योंकि जो IPO से पैसा आता है उस पे कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं देना होता. And above all, that money is not refundable. Okay. Furthermore, when you become a listed company, the banks start giving you preferential treatment. Okay. That is another plus point. You pay lower rate of interest as compared to unlisted companies. Then listed companies has higher credit limits. जितनी दूसरों की होती है उससे ज्यादा credit limit आपकी बन जाती है. Now promoters. Promoters can unlock wealth which has been created with decades of hard work. बरसों से आपने जो मेहनत की है, जब आप आईपीओ करते हैं तो उस आपकी मेहनत का बेनिफिट आपको मिलता है. अनलॉकिंग वैल्यूएशन एंड क्रिएटिंग वेल्थ. ओके, इससे आपकी प्रमोटर्स की जो नेटवर्थ है वो भी ड्रामेटिकली इंक्रीज हो जाती है. सपोज यू आर हैविंग 100% shares in your 10 crore company, your net worth is 10 crores. Okay. But when you go for listing, you are holding 75% of the same company. But suppose the IPO is at a price of 100 rupees. So what happens? Your company's valuation is immediately 100 crores and your net worth immediately jumps from 10 crores to 75 crores. That is how it impacts. Then shares of a listed company are just like cash. Suppose you need some funds after listing. You can sell a small portion of your shares and get payment immediately. The next day you will get the payment, right? So that is just like having cash in your pocket. Then you can pledge your shares because your shares become a collateral security, and on the security of your shares, you can have loans also. Okay. Then your thought process shifts from making or generating income to generating wealth. That is a change in the thought process. Okay. Collateral security बन जाते हैं आपके shares, आपका social status बढ़ता है, आपके respect बढ़ती है. So these are the benefits which are there if you go for a listing, right? Now, eligibility criteria. Who is eligible for an IPO? Do you want to know? If you want to know, say yes. Say I. Don't say yes, say I. Those who want to know the benefits are the criteria for listing. कि कौन companies, कौन businesses, कैसे businesses IPO कर सकते हैं. Okay. Thank you everyone. Thank you. Awesome. Good response. Now, the first condition is that your business should be in existence for at least 3 years. आपका जो business है कम से कम 3 साल पुराना होना चाहिए. Minimum 3 years. Okay. It doesn't mean 3 balance sheets. It means the business should be minimum 3 years old. Okay. That is the first condition. The second condition is that your business is profitable in at least 1 out of the last 3 years. पिछले 3 साल में से किसी एक साल में प्रॉफिट होना चाहिए. ये दूसरी कंडीशन. ओके. तीसरी कंडीशन है कि आपके बिजनेस की जो नेटवर्थ है वो पॉजिटिव होनी चाहिए, नेगेटिव नहीं होनी चाहिए. और नेटवर्थ जो है वो 1.5 करोड़, नेट टेंजिबल एसेट्स आपके 1.5 करोड़ होने चाहिए. राइट. दैट मीन्स all your assets minus liabilities, that is net tangible assets. Okay. 1.5 करोड़ से कम नहीं होना चाहिए. Even non companies are eligible. आप अभी तक पार्टनरशिप में बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, एज ए प्रोप्राइटर कर रहे हैं, एज ए LLP कर रहे हैं, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. You can get converted into a limited company and go for the IPO. Okay. That is permissible. That is allowed. आप चाहे पार्टनरशिप में थे या प्रोप्राइटरशिप में थे या LLP थे, immediately you can get converted into a limited company and go for the IPO. Right? Now, पिछले 1 साल में प्रमोटर्स में कोई मेजर चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए. ये भी एक कंडीशन है. राइट. एंड पोस्ट IPO के बाद paid up capital of your company, paid up capital, that means face value of the paid up capital should not be more than 25 crores. उससे नीचे रहनी चाहिए. अगर 25 करोड़ से ऊपर हो जाती है तो then you are not allowed to have an SME IPO. Right? अब आप पूछेंगे कौन से टाइप के बिजनेस SME IPO कर सकते हैं. So if you just have a look at this screen, you see lots of businesses: chemicals, iron, steel, media, service companies, diversified, KPO, BPO, personal care, machine tools, blah, 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 textiles. Any business which is legally allowed to be done in India, they are allowed or they are eligible to come out with an IPO. जो लीगली अलाउड है बिजनेस, अगर वो कर रहे हैं, कोई भी लीगल बिजनेस आप कर रहे हैं, तो आप उसमें एसएमई आईपीओ ला सकते हैं। आपके बिजनेस की कैटेगरी के हिसाब से कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है। यू मे बी ए मैन्युफैक्चरर, यू मे बी ए ट्रेडर, यू मे बी ए सर्विस प्रोवाइडर, यू मे बी ए प्रोफेशनल, व्हाटएवर। ओके, नाउ कैपेबिलिटी, दिस वाज एलिजिबिलिटी। अभी तक जो मैंने बताया आपको, that was eligibility, and now let's talk about capability. There's a difference between eligibility and capability. All of you must be aware that if somebody wants to get admission in any IIT, you look at the prospectus, and the prospectus will say you should have minimum 60% marks in your 12th grade. 12वीं क्लास में कम से कम 60% नंबर होना चाहिए। ये कंडीशन हर आईआईटी के प्रोस्पेक्टस में लिखी होती है। ओके, बट हाउ मेनी people, how many students with 60% marks get admitted to IIT? It's not possible for a 60 percentile holder to get admitted in IIT because the competition is high. You have to have, say, 97, 98, 99% marks if you want to get admission in any IIT. हालांकि प्रोस्पेक्टस में लिखा है 60%. Similarly here, profitable in one of the last 3 years. बट ऐसा होने से काम नहीं चलता है. Whatever is attractive to the investor, that IPO is going to be successful. Otherwise, you may get permission for the IPO, but your IPO cannot be successful. Okay, so आपका capability भी होना चाहिए. You should be having a good profitability, good turnover, and your business should be attractive for the investor. So that is the difference के एलिजिबिलिटी और कैपेबिलिटी में, राइट? नाउ आईपीओ प्रोसेस क्या होता है, कौन कौन जानना चाहता है? से मी, इफ यू वांट टू नो द प्रोसेस, pharma is allowed, NBFC is allowed, any business which is legal is allowed. Okay, so almost everyone wants to know the process, right? Thank you for the response. Awesome. Now this is the process. This is a 5-stage process. SME IPO is a 5-stage process. Stage 1 is preparation. Stage 2 is filing. Stage 3 is marketing and distribution. Stage 4 is listing and value creation. And stage 5 is you become a listed company. Clear? समझ में आ गया सबको? समझ में आ गया? Preparation, filing, marketing, selling. समझ आ गया? No, नहीं आएगा. इतना इजी समझ में आता तो बात ही क्या थी, है ना? Okay, let me explain. Stage 1, that is preparation. You appoint IPO advisors, then you appoint lead managers or say merchant bankers for the IPO. The merchant banker along with your team will prepare a feasibility report. एक feasibility report बनाएगा वो आपके IPO के लिए, कितना बड़ा IPO होगा, किस वैल्यू पे आएगा, कंपनी वैल्यूएशन कितनी है, ये सारी चीज वो डिसाइड करेगा. ओके, फिर वो ड्यू डिलिजेंस करेगा कि आपकी कंपनी में कोई प्रॉब्लम्स तो नहीं है. इफ देयर आर एनी रिस्क फैक्टर्स, वो सब आपको बताने पड़ेंगे. कोई आपके ऊपर केस चल रहा है, आपने किसी पे केस किया हुआ है, आपकी कोई कंप्लायंसेस में प्रॉब्लम है, एवरीथिंग हैज टू बी डिस्क्लोज्ड. ओके, देन इंफॉर्मेशन सारी जो ये है वो आपसे लेगा और उसको एक ऑफर डॉक्यूमेंट में कन्वर्ट करेगा, विच इज नोन एज प्रोस्पेक्टस. ओके, this offer document or prospectus is not a small document. This is a complete booklet running into 400-500 pages, okay, maybe more, depending upon the size of your business and the nature of your business. It may run into 500, 600, 800 or 1000 pages. So that detailed document is prepared then all your balance sheets for last 3 years, balance sheet profit loss account has to be reframed according to the stock exchange requirements. Okay, आपका कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चरिंग होगा और आपको बहुत सारे और सर्टिफिकेट्स लेने होंगे, पोल्यूशन का, इसका, उसका, वो सब आपको चाहिए. ओके, सेकेंड स्टेज इज फाइलिंग. जब ये सारे काम पहले वाले हो गए तो देन यू अपॉइंट बैंकर्स. उसमें मर्चेंट बैंकर्स था, लीड मैनेजर्स था, इसमें बैंकर्स. कौन सा बैंक आपके शेयर एप्लीकेशन कलेक्ट करेगा? हर बैंक तो नहीं लेगा ना आपके शेयर एप्लीकेशंस. सो यू हैव टू अपॉइंट बैंकर्स एंड अदर इंटरमीडिएटरीज लाइक रजिस्ट्रार एंड ट्रांसफर एजेंट है, मार्केट मेकर है, आपका अंडरराइटर्स हैं, वो सबकी अपॉइंटमेंट होती है. ओके, देन द ड्राफ्ट प्रोस्पेक्टस or the draft offer document is filed with the Bombay Stock Exchange or the National Stock Exchange where you want to get your company listed. Okay, they will ask certain questions, they'll raise certain issues, और उनको satisfy करना आपका और आपके मर्चेंट बैंकर का काम होता है. आपका IPO एडवाइजर हेल्प करता है. Okay, after the review of the offer document, you get their approval from the stock exchange, and the approved document, offer document or prospectus is filed with the registrar of companies. This is just a formality. Okay, after this you start road shows. Information आप बनाते हैं, presentation बनाते हैं, अपनी investor pitch create करते हैं, and you start road shows. You start having investor meets, investor conferences, press conferences, maybe broker meets, ताकि आपके shares बिकें. Okay, you start creating awareness. Merchant banker is going to help you in that. Then you select anchor investor. Anchor investor is an institution or a broker who will purchase a substantial part of the IPOs. इसमें 5% 10% वो एक ही ले लेता है. जितना IPO आपका है उसमें 5, 10, 15% एंकर इन्वेस्टर ले लेता है. जैसे आपने मॉल्स में देखा होगा, एक एंकर स्टोर होता है. Then your IPO is launched, a specified date your IPO opens. You start receiving applications for the IPO. Normally the IPO remains open from 3 to 5 days. On this fixed date the IPO closes, and after that the stock exchange will decide who will get how many shares. That is the third stage, allocation and allotment. Okay, and then they will give you permission for listing. A date will be fixed, and then your shares will become listed and will start trading on the stock exchange, right? When your shares start trading, that same day the payments are released, balance payments, whatever balance payment is due to the merchant banker, to the advisors, to the registrars and everybody else is made, and after that the remaining funds are transferred to your company's normal bank account. So this is the process. Now the things are clear. Now, if the things are clear, say yes. Is everybody sleeping? One yes. Okay, good. दान सिंह जी, एक बार में सब कुछ क्लियर नहीं होता है. It takes time. Little confusing. Yes, looks confusing initially. Minimum turnover to be, there is no minimum turnover requirement. Slide clear. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you for the response. Want to see some case studies कि क्या होता है IPO में, क्यों जाना चाहिए, और जिन्होंने IPO किया उनका क्या हुआ? Want to know? If you want to know, say me. जो जानना चाहता है. मिस्टर कौशिक, पेपर कंपनीज आती हैं, सब तरह के लोग होते हैं, बट पेपर कंपनीज डजंट मीन के हाँ सारे जो इशू आते हैं, सारे IPO आते हैं, पेपर कंपनीज होते हैं. अच्छे लोग भी होते हैं, बुरे लोग भी होते हैं, हर सेक्टर में होते हैं, हर जगह होते हैं, राइट? सो डोंट बॉदर योर हेड फॉर दैट. जो बुरे लोग आते हैं, अच्छे लोग आते हैं, तो हम अच्छे लोगों की बात कर रहे हैं, गलत लोगों की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, राइट? दिस इज ए सोर्स for funding and value unlocking and wealth creation. This is for genuine people, right? Okay, Thank you everyone for the response. Now, let's see some examples. This statement is from the Economic Times. This company, Cool Caps Industries, they came out with an IPO on 24th March last year. Okay, 38 rupees IPO price. IPO size was 11 crores. And the return on this investment is 862%. 38 rupees वाला शेयर 862% रिटर्न. वरेनियम क्लाउड 122 रुपए वाला शेयर जो कि सितंबर 22 में आया था 750% रिटर्न. And you see the list. This is the kind of return people are getting. The valuation is increasing like this. Okay, this list is continuous. So you see a lot of benefits. This is the benefit for the company as well as for the investor. For the company, the valuation means the net worth of the company increases dramatically. For the investors, this is a gain. Okay, and he has to pay lesser tax on income from capital gains on listed shares. Okay. Now, let's have a look at this list. This is a list of top 10 companies which came out with an IPO in 2022 and see the results. This company came out with an IPO in March 22 at a price of 37 rupees per share. The current price is 270 rupees. There is an increase of 629%. The second company, IPO price 67 rupees, July 22 IPO आया, 381 price है, 469% growth. Okay. This third company, June 10, 22 में IPO आया, 135 पर, 760 price है, 463% growth, and like that. So this shows there are certain companies whose current price is less than the IPO price, but there is a difference. If you are not serious about your business, or if you have shown your profit for the IPO purpose, more profit only, and then you bring down the profit, definitely your share price will also come down. Otherwise, if you are doing properly, if you are growing properly, your share price will keep on increasing, right? And that creates wealth for the company, for the promoters, and for the investor, everyone, right? Now, value creation. You want to see a unique example of value creation? I show you this. You can even become a unicorn company if you work seriously towards the growth of your business. You can even become a unicorn company. And if you don't know, let me tell you, a unicorn company means a company with a valuation of $1 billion. यानी 8,300 करोड़ आज की डेट में रफली जिसकी वैल्यूएशन हो जाती है मार्केट वैल्यूएशन, दैट इज अ यूनिकॉर्न कंपनी. And India is having 107 unicorn companies, right? This is a unique example. This company, EKI Energy Services Limited, this company came out with an IPO in April 21. April 21, okay. Market capitalization, that means company value at that time, at the time of IPO, was 96 crores. The company came out with the IPO of 18 crores only. 18 crore का IPO किया था इन्होंने April 21 में. And see the growth. January 22, this company became a unicorn company. Just within a period of 9 months. 18 crore market से लेकर के 196 करोड़ वाली कंपनी $1 billion valuation की कंपनी बन गई. So this is possible only when you go for the listing, when you become a listed company, not otherwise. Okay. This Manish Dapkara is the owner of this company, and you can search and find all the details about this company. Internet is open for everyone. You can find the details there, right? So, how many of you feel mind blown? किस किस के दिमाग की बत्ती जली, घंटी किस किस की बजी? Say I. Who is feeling mind blown? Say I. मजा आ रहा है ना? So do you want to create this kind of wealth for your business and for yourself? If yes, this is the way out. Go for the IPO. Right? Now, if you have got an IPO dream, let me tell you, Reliance Industries Limited, Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani promoted this company, and this company came out with an IPO in 1977, and it was an SME like you. In 1977, Reliance Industries was an SME like you, and that was the year when the company came out with their first IPO. Right now, you can see the valuation of this group. More than 30 lakh crore is the valuation. All these people, famous people, you must be recognizing so many of them. Okay, they all started as an SME. और आज कौन कौन कहां कहां पर है, कल आप भी इसी लिस्ट में शामिल हो सकते हैं. इफ यू टेक द राइट डिसीजन, इफ यू टेक द राइट स्टेप्स, ओके, यू कैन बी वन ऑफ देम. ये कोई माँ के पेट से अमीर बन के नहीं आए थे. They were SMEs like you and me, and they have shown wonders. They have done wonders. Right? Now what next? ये सारा इंफॉर्मेशन लेकर के अब आगे क्या, नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या है? Next step is start thinking of an IPO, and when you think of an IPO, think of us, because we provide complete IPO solution under one roof. आपको इधर उधर कहीं भागने की जरूरत नहीं है. अगर आप IPO करना है, we'll manage each and everything for you. Selecting the merchant banker, right merchant banker suitable for you, selecting the investors, selecting the market makers, selecting the underwriters, which is the most important part. Then investors is the biggest criteria. If you don't have good investors, then what happens? On the day of listing, the retail investors will come and will start selling your shares, and your share price will come down. So there has to be a big investor or a big investor group who can purchase all those shares which are dumped in the market on the day of listing. Okay. So we do all that. Name of the game is fundraising. IPO clear karana is not the name, big thing. Any merchant banker will get the IPO cleared from the stock exchange. That's not a big thing. The name of the game is fundraising. Every merchant banker is not capable of getting the funds raised. आज की डेट में सैकड़ों, more than 100 approved IPOs are there which are not opening, and within 1 year, if they don't open, the entire process will go waste. 1 साल का टाइम मिलता है आपको अप्रूवल के बाद IPO खोलने के लिए. If you don't open within 1 year, then everything is gone. You have to do everything again. Okay. So fundraising अगर नहीं कर पाते हैं तो सारा खेल बेकार है. So we at IPOCARE, we provide the complete solution from start to finish. We are there for the entire hand holding. Okay. Now, if you are interested to discuss about IPO possibilities for your company, you can book a one-to-one Zoom meeting, 30 minutes Zoom meeting that may last for 40-45 minutes also, no problem. Maybe 1 hour. Not more than that. Okay. So 30 minutes to 1 hour Zoom meeting with me. This is the link. And just to avoid crowd, just to make it selective, there is a small token fee for this. That is 1,000 rupees plus GST. Right? So if you are interested, you can click this link. A page will open to make the payment. You can use your debit card, credit card, Paytm, anything, and you can make the payment. After making payment, don't close it. You will be transferred to my calendar, where you can select the date and time which is suitable to you. So you don't close the browser immediately. Wait for a minute. You will be transferred to my calendar. There you can select the date and time. Okay. Meanwhile, those who book this one-to-one discussion will also get a complimentary copy of my book, which I told you earlier, right? So if you book the one-to-one, you will get a complimentary copy.